it's Matty coming at you with another live stream. Thank you ever so much for joining, everybody. Who've we got in the chat already? So we've got, well, hang on, I can hear myself coming to the laptop. So we've got Rat Spit Simulator and Kiara. Oh, bit of a slow start today. Bit of a slow start. Oh, hey, Kep. Kep is here as well. Right, let me get the camera sorted. We'll pause that a second. Let's get the camera on. Let's move that over there. There we go. Right, hello everybody. I am completely in the wrong place. I need to move myself. Right, hang on, which way do I need to go here? Let's try that way. How's that? That's a little bit better. Right, a bit more. Oh, there we go. Hang on, if I move across a bit. There we go. Hello everybody. I've changed the direction today where the camera is because of something in particular. Hang on, I don't want that yet. Oh, no, stop. Right, good evening everybody. Hope everybody is well. Oh, you're finishing your steampunk build. Very nice. Very nice. Why am I so low down? That needs to be a little bit higher. Let me just raise the camera up a little bit. That's better. There we go. Right. How is everybody? Everybody okay? 11 watching. Very nice. Lovely to have you all here. So we are starting tonight's spotlights with Extreme Heights, created by Sparky. Let me get the park description up. So I've got that right here. I'm looking down because I'm looking on my phone, by the way. Not just because I'm being rude. So we have Extreme Heights by Sparky, and the description reads: 128% mega park with 8 roller coasters, 9 flat rides and a train ride. 326-foot drop hyper makes it the tallest drop in the world, not to mention it goes pretty fast at 100 miles an hour. All rides are my own, most scenery is my own, and some from the workshop. Very much appreciated the workshop for the Midway games, arcade games, Pepsi machines, water show and Taco Bell. First finished park, some things I wish I could work on, but being limited, I'm satisfied with how everything worked out. Check it out, night or day, favourite ride, trial ever. So, right, let's hop in, shall we? Bit of a slow start for the live stream today. What's going on with this camera? Oh, so, right, we've got some fireworks going off in the background there. What's going on with this camera? I really need to... There we go. And now Benji's going to try and move it as well. Oh, thanks, Benji. Don't knock it off. I've just put it there. There we go. Oh. So I really like this entranceway here. I can see one of Flooded Tombs' Pepsi machines there straight away. And then as we come through, we've got a car park just over to the left here. Got some park music on. And then we've got a bit of a backstage area just over here. Recognise that as a in-game workshop item. And then just inside, we've got a little forklift truck. Well, I like that. Right. I'll make sure I've got the laptop on next to me. I have, so I can see all the comments on there. So if the chat does go a bit weird, I can still keep up. Yeah, very slow live stream today. Just only 12 people. Evening, Jamie. Hope you're well. I like that centerpiece there, just with the horses right in the center. And then as we hop over to the other side, we've got another car park. The Ghostbusters are here, apparently. There must be some ghosts in the park because the Ghostbusters have come. And then we've got this lovely hotel just to our right, just here. Now, you are going to notice the frame rate in this park drop a little bit, with it being 128% mega park on a Xbox Series X. I've only got a Series X, so the one down. So it really did struggle to run this park. So I did have a little bit of frame rate issues, which I don't normally have. Good evening, Ian. Lovely to have you here. But we've got another backstage area just next to the cascade. Nothing inside. But we'll hop back through and start getting round into the park itself. I really do look like it's a proper weird angle today. I look like I'm looking off that way. I don't know what's going on. It's like the camera just doesn't seem to be lined up right today. I don't know why that is. Never mind. We'll go with it. It's fine. No one needs to see my face. It's fine. We've got a B&M wing coaster that goes over the entrance. Look at that. How cool is that? And then the entranceway has got a water feature right in front of it. Yeah, as Jamie said, I am happy. Secret Invasion is good. I'll try and watch that later on, I think, Ian. and give that a try later on. So we have extreme heights with the tallest, fastest coaster. You always need to see my face. Nobody wants to see my face, mate. Even Chrissy doesn't want to see my face. So we have the ticket booth just here. We've got little people just inside, and welcome. So let's come through the entrance, through the turnstiles, and then as you come through, you can see loads of different attractions off all over the place. You can see a Ferris wheel off in front of us. You can see the Giga Coaster off over there. You've got a RMC GCI over there. And then you've got the B&M Wing Coaster that goes right over the top of us. And then you've got this lovely back of the bit of the entrance here with some information kiosks just inside. You've got the first aid, some toilets, and then you've got the park maps and everything that you would expect. And then as you come through, we have the stop and shop just inside here. Nice little touches of realism. You've got the fans on the roof there. You've got some little name tags just there. Nice little touch. And got some Western music in here. Really nice sight lines. Just so many attractions off all over the place. We've got a arcade right in front of us. So I know this was stuff from the workshop. But we've got Behemoth's Lair, Rage Unleashed, Nessie and Valkyrie. So really nice names for some coasters there. Yeah, I liked the tags. I liked that. And then really nice little arcade. I love it inside here. So these are workshop items. I'm not sure who did these originally. I'm not sure the original creations for these ones, I'm afraid. Feels like the parks belongs in America. Yeah, I would agree with that. It feels like an American style park, doesn't it? We've got the penny shover there. We've got Deadly Combat. Of course, a play on Mortal Kombat. We've got Space Attackers, so Space Invaders. We've got Chompman with Pac-Man. So you couldn't get the licenses for these official games, so you've just got the cheap knockoff versions. So I like that. That's a nice touch. I'm looking sunburnt again today. I think it's just the light. But that would take us over to the park, so we don't want to go out there. We'll come back through the arcade. I like the pipes just at the top. Nice little touch of realism there. And then we've got House of Dread, which of course is House of the Dead. Yeah, it did say it's off the workshop, Ian. In the description, it said there was quite a few workshop items, including the arcade machines. There was a water feature as well that was off the workshop. We've got the train station just up here. Usual SPF 50. I think I need it, to be honest. I'm so pale. I like how the queue line comes right over the top of the arcade. And then I love this here. How you've got like almost a balcony just up here with the shops. Just like parallel to the queue line for the train station. I love that. That's a really nice touch. And then this train station gives such a good shot at the park. It's just beautiful inside here. That looks fantastic. Yeah, great job. Really like that. So we'll come back through here, down we go, and then we'll carry on going left, because of course we always go left. Yeah, beauty of the station, completely agreed. Completely agree. I like that little figure just there, holding the coin. I've got my Fanta. Oh, hey Linda. I've got my Fanta, because of course I have, so we have Hawk's Nest. Can you see the frame rate dropping? It's like that stuttering in the camera. That's not my camera skills. That is just the game struggling to keep up. Like really stuttering as it goes. It really struggled with this park. We've got the Welcome to Deluxe, such a perfect town thing there. And we have Behemoth's Lair. So let's have a walk down this queue line. So I think pretty much every single ride in this park is green across the board, and I am trying something new today. You're gonna see it. I can't wait to see your reactions to it, but we'll have a walk down the queue line. We've got a dragon in a cage, as you do, and look at that frame rate drop again. Don't touch the flames, you'll burn yourself. That's not a good idea. We've got a backstage area just over there. Nice little touch. Yeah, great little backstage area, and we're coming up to our first attraction of the park, which is a wooden RMC. So let's walk up. We've got all the green steam pipes there. You've got knights having a battle over here. Yeah, great queue line. Really great attention to detail in this queue line. And then we come through into the station. So you've got all the lockers on the other side. So, first ride, let's do it. Enjoy. Are you okay there, Brivades? Do you need a minute, mate? You really can't type today, buddy. What's going on? Are you okay? Do I need to send help? Good evening, everybody who joins. So, God Brivades, Dragonborn, Mr. BNT Man, Planet Coaductions, thank you ever so much for joining, everybody. Yeah, what a first ride that was. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, as I just saw in the chat, a RMC with 2 lift hills. So, yeah, very unusual, but great first ride of the park. Really enjoyable. Maybe a little bit lackluster in the theming just around the ride. But that is going to be something that we will see as we kind of go through the park. There isn't really much in the sense of theming around the rides, but I'll touch upon that later on. But for the actual coaster itself, really, really good job. I do have a Fanta Brivades, of course. There you go. I've got a Fanta, and I've also got a cup of tea in a Iron Matty cup, of course. Hello, Just Me Forever. That's a new name I don't recognise. Thank you ever so much for joining. Blame it on the autocorrect. Yeah, that's what I do. I just don't blame it on me being stupid and not being unable to type and talk. Nothing to do with that at all. What did everyone think of the green across the board? That's what I'm doing. Now, because I'm not looking at... Obviously, I'm looking at the G-forces and putting them in the bottom corner. I wasn't looking if the rides were green across the board, so I had a 200 IQ player. I'm going to put the T-shirt over behind it, saying green across the board. Promotion at the same time, see? I thought that was, like, genius. So you're going to have to let me know what you think of that. Any ride that's now got green stats all across, you're going to see the T-shirt every time. So... But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Let's get back to this park. So we've got some more food and drink in here. Great visuals at the park, just going over there. Oh, you're a first timer. Well, it's lovely to have you here. Really nice. Autocorrect, boiled your fish. So we have Rage Unleashed. So it's the tallest and fastest coaster in the world. And it is a giga coaster. So I love this entranceway here, just with the arches of the coaster going over the top. There's an orange hermit taking over your stream. Shut up, Brivades. Stop sabotaging. Leave me alone. Love this station. It looks really sleek and really modern. Oh, a homeless man. Whatever. I'm not even responding. Whatever. I don't care. Leave me alone. So, second ride. Let's do it. Enjoy. Leave me alone. I'm going now. Good evening, hello. Good evening, hello. Good evening, what? Good evening, unknown games. Oh my god, I'm going to mute myself. Hello. Wow, that was a ride and a half. Wow. A great ride for a Giga Coaster. That was absolutely fantastic. I've got a green across the board t-shirt on right now. See? Or you use the microphone to cry into. So I was going to touch upon this a little bit later on in the spotlight, but I think I'm actually going to do it now because I think this is one of the prime examples of it. I think you may have been a little bit over ambitious with what you tried to do on the console with this park, because the rides are fantastic throughout. As we carry on through the park, you're going to see all the rides fantastic, but it has meant, like, kind of certainly around that ride and around some of the other rides, it's just an open area. There's nothing there at all. There's no theming, and it does make me wonder if you did bite off a little bit more than you could chew. Now, I wonder if that's like contributed to the fact that you've got 8 coasters in this park. Maybe the pathing isn't on a grid. So I think maybe if you were to reduce a coaster or two, so you could then put a little bit more theming in, I think it would really, really help the park and like kind of bring it all in together. Because for as good as that ride was, and it was fantastic, what did bring it down just was the scenery around it, or lack of. Just kind of like being out in the open area and reminding you that you're playing Planet Coaster. Like, even if you were maybe to just have done some terrain around it or something. I'd put terrain around it, put some trees around it or something like that. But I think with the limitations that we have on the console, sometimes we do have to sacrifice things. And it's lovely to have 8 coasters, don't get me wrong. It's really nice having like all these coasters. But at what expense? You don't want to be putting all these coasters in at the detriment of detail. I would much rather see a highly detailed park with even 1 or 2 coasters in, rather than like multiple coasters. But I mean, the theme, because I mean, when you look at this area, look what we've got around here. The theming is spot on. The areas where you have themed is sensational. I mean, look at this. Look at that for a sightline. It's just absolutely stunning. Some really nice little touches in this park. I love this to the right here. So I don't believe I've ever seen anyone do that. And I'm not sure why. So like kind of at theme parks, or certainly like fun fairs, you'll have these stands where you can buy posters from. And I thought that was really good. And then you've got the target shoot there, the midway game. Really, that was a workshop item, I believe. But just fantastic. You've got the carousel, not the carousel, I'm sorry, the chairplane just off in front of us. And then just over here, we've got the water show, which happens every hour. So we'll come back to that later on. That is a workshop item, which you said in the description. Visit some Six Flag parks and you'll be begging for the theming the Giga Coaster had. I can believe it. We've got started a drinking game yet. It's a must for live streams. I can't remember what the rules are, Brivades. I can't remember what the drinking game is. for my live streams? Is it when I say very nice, love it, things like that? I can't remember. But oh, that's your bucket toss. Ah, well, there you go, Cap. You've seen some of your own things in here. It did say in the description that there were some workshop items. So, I love that bridge. I love how it's supported going over, and the balloon pop. Anytime you say beautiful, that happens a lot. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever seen anyone use the Ghostbusters pieces. Certainly that, like that scenery piece on the side there. That looks fantastic. When Matty sips his Fanta, we sip bourbon. You'll be hammered. We have the Gozer. I'd missed what that says. Hang on, I've got it on the stream here. Gozer. I can't even see it on the laptop. Gozer something or other. We've got the B&M dive coaster. Look at that for an invasion. How unique is that? Yeah, that looks fantastic. And then we've got another train station just over here. A really nice train station again. Yeah, great job. I'm not saying beautiful. I'm not saying it again for the rest of the spotlight. For the rest of the live stream, I'm not saying beautiful. No shots for privates. We have the temple souvenirs over here, and then just behind us we've got the B&M dive queue, where we'll go and have a look at that in a second. But a nice little interior just there. Got the security cameras just up there, thinking of the realism. And we have Jungle Dive. I like how the queue interacts with the coaster. Again, another really nice queue line. See, when you do the theming's really good. It's really immersive, the theming that you do. But we've got our third of 8 rides in the park. So, oh, bye Velocity. Thanks ever so much for joining, buddy. I'll catch you soon, mate. But enjoy this ride, everybody. That was a really unique dive coaster. It had some very unique inversions on it, and in quite a compact footprint. I think it was really well done. It was very unique, very original. I like the cave system that it drops down into and then it comes up through the waterfall. I thought that was a great touch. Yeah, a really enjoyable ride. Very different. Not something I've seen done like that before. It's not the most realistic thing in the world, but I don't think it needed to be. I enjoyed it for what it was. So we've got a Taco Bell just over here. So they can't get the licensing for Mortal Kombat, but they can get the licensing for a Taco Bell. That is a workshop item. Maybe add a sound effect when it pops up. That's an idea. Could do that. But as we walk down here, so we'll walk through the centre. Love this building here. Yeah, that's a great design. Toasty! I am very proud of my Scorpion impression. I can do that really well. Get over here! See? I'm quite proud of that. So this is his favourite ride at the park, which we said in the description. So this is Trial Error, which is a Mack Rides Hypercoaster, I think. I actually put all the ride manufacturers in this video without looking at the website that Corvus recommended me. So I think I've got them all right. You're going to have to let me know if I've got any wrong. But I kind of just went with it and hope for the best. But I think I put this as a Mack Rides Hypercoaster. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Well, we'll walk down this queue line. This was a very unique ride, this one. This one was really different. We have the build centre. The chat's getting a little bit busier now. The live stream's getting a bit busier now the longer we go. I think it doesn't help that I started a bit later than what I would normally do. I normally start at 7:30 on a Wednesday, but I wanted to delay it because of Tommy CM's premiere. Hello, Michael and Jasmine. Michael or Jasmine. Michael stroke Jasmine. Michael and Jasmine. I don't know. Hope you're well. I got myself lost there. That's why I'm just looking around like an idiot. Love this station. Really sci-fi. That looks great, especially with the smoke effects that are coming down. Yeah, great job. So, 4th ride of the park, Max Ride Hypercoaster. Let's do it. Enjoy. Well, I can see why you said that was your favourite ride at the park. I think so far, I think that was the best ride at the park. I think that was really well done. It had a great layout and some really nice aspects of that ride. I think it was very smooth most of the way around. Maybe just the odd 1 or 2 clicks of smoothing, just in the odd 1 or 2 places, but nothing too extreme. I especially liked the bit when it went into the building in the laboratory and it was like kind of whizzing around. I thought that was really good. I think the only thing I would say is maybe just that final little bit just before it comes into the station. Maybe just kind of like bank that up just ever so slightly a little bit better, because it kind of came and then like kind of went up like that. So maybe just bank that ever so slightly, just so a little bit smoother. But other than that, great ride. And I can see why that was your favourite ride at the park. Well, we come through underneath the train and we come through into the pirate area, so Pirate Village. So we have Kraken's Lair, which is a cascade. So let's have a look down here, shall we? Oh, look at this. Look how the cascade interacts with the queue line, how it comes through the caves, and then you've got the don't die fencing around there. Yeah, that looks awesome. And then a great station as well, all underground station. Yeah, love that. So, cascade ride, let's do it, enjoy. I know you said in the description that the last coaster was your favourite, the Mack Rides, but I actually prefer that one. I think that's my favourite ride at the park so far. I think the theming all the way around it was really, really well done. I like the story that it told, and like how it starts all inside the cave system, and then the interaction with the queue. You have them little moments of peace and tranquility, just as you like kind of just bobbing along on the water, but then it also had the other bits, like kind of the actual coaster aspect of it. I thought that was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. And maybe would have liked to have just seen a little bit of don't die fencing there or something, or some fencing or something, just thinking of the safety potentially. But other than that, great job. We've got a little food court area here. I'm not reading that comment, Brivades. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm behaving. I'm not doing it. As we carry on around. Like how you've got the speakers on the posts with the electric cables coming down. We've got the whirly rig just over there. Tommy CM's favourite ride. And then we've got a GCI right here. So we've still got 3 more coasters to go on in this park. So all 3 of the spotlights that I've got today are all pre-filmed. The first one, this one is 40 minutes, and then the second 2 are both only 20 minutes. So yeah, there was a big park, this one. The other 2 parks were a lot smaller. Yeah, people are asking for you, Chrissy. So we have Valkyrie. So this is the B&M wing coaster, which I don't want to go on yet. I want to save the B&M wing till the end. So, yeah, well, I love this station, but we're going to turn around. We're going to come back to that later on. So we'll come back to that. We'll come back to the GCI in a second as well. I think what we'll do is we'll go over onto that dragon coaster first. Look at the dragon in the water. Oh, never mind, he's gone. He put his head under the water again. Never mind. You needed to join the stream. I think I might have Chrissy join me for a live stream one day. Chrissy, you're not going on the camera? Okay, well, if you can just hear your voice. Just hear your little voice. Hello! You can just see your hand, like kind of just coming in and waving. Hello!
Yeah, all right.
It is a big park, yeah, it is. It's 128% console park, so yeah. 8 coasters, goodness knows how many flat rides. But here we go, little kiddie coaster, so nice bit of calm. So let's do it, shall we? Brivade says, can you make me a sandwich, please? Okay, thank you. I don't really want a sandwich, but you've got to make me one anyway. Yeah, for like when I'm finished. Munch on the stream. Can you request Voodoo Village for the next Xbox stream? I can do that. Next Wednesday. There you go, there's one park put in for next Wednesday. I know that's on the request list already. I'm just talking through this ride. I like the don't die fencing, just going over there. Yeah, Voodoo Village, next Wednesday's live stream. That's one, I'll do that. Nice, nice. Lots of head chopper moments on that kiddie coaster. But yeah, great little kiddie coaster. Didn't reinvent the wheel. Nice generic little layout, but really enjoyable. Yeah, great job. Loads of head chopper moments throughout, and I do like the trees that you've got going around it as well. Mr. BNT man, you better make sure you're in the stream next week then. If I'm doing Voodoo Village, you better make sure you're here. Next week will be. Right, so let's work over to the GCI. That's bit said, can you upskirt Matty again, please? No more upskirt shots. For the ones who weren't here, we were trying to sort the camera and Chrissy was helping me with it, and she showed off my hairy legs on the stream to the world. So, yeah, wasn't fun. But anyway, second to last ride, let's do it, enjoy. look at the frame rate dipping. The frame rate is really struggling with this park. Come on, little Xbox, you can do it! You can do it! I think as we've gone through the park, I think the rides have only continued to get better. Now, I know that the big selling point of this park is the Giga Coaster, the tallest, the fastest. But I would be happy without it, if I'm being honest, because I think as we've gone on through the spotlight, I think the rides have only continued to get better. The theming around that one was really good. Maybe a couple of little elements of banking just on the odd one or two corners. But other than that, it was fantastic. Yes, I'm aware that I spelled Valkyrie wrong, by the way. As we go on this ride, final ride of the park, I put Valkyrie wrong in the bottom corner. You're going to see it. I realised afterwards, sorry. But we have the B&M Wing Coaster, the final ride of the park. Love this station. Probably my favourite station of the entire park. So, final ride. Let's do it. Enjoy. I'll answer that for you in a second, Golden. Once we get off this ride, I'll answer that for you, mate. What a coaster to end the spotlight on. That was fantastic. Really, really good ride. I think that was probably the smoothest ride of the entire park. Yeah, great job. Going back to what you asked, Golden Ducky, this park probably isn't the best of examples of the performance of Planet Coaster on the Xbox, because this is using the glitch to go well over the percentage, and this was built on an Xbox Series S, whereas I've only got a Series X, which isn't as powerful, so it's struggling to run it a little bit. The frame rate dips a little bit, but other than that, it's fantastic. It's really good, and you could build a lot. As you can see here, you could build quite a lot. But yeah, really great ride that was. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Great job. So we'll quickly hop over here. The Series S and X are the same. I thought the X was a little bit more powerful. I thought it was more powerful. I thought the S was the cheaper version. I might be wrong on that one. I've got the smaller one of the two. The white one. I think that's an S, I think. But nice little water show. S is the portable. Oh, have they got exactly the same processing power then? Oh, do you know what? You learn something new every day. I genuinely thought that the X was more powerful. Go figure. There you go. See, I didn't know that. I just went for the cheaper alternative because I don't really play on the Xbox. The only reason I brought an Xbox was for you guys, so I could do spotlights. That's literally the only reason I brought one. Chrissy wasn't happy when I brought an Xbox just to do spotlights. I don't think I played any games on it other than this. But anyway, getting back to the point at hand. Look at the night lighting X holds more memory. Oh, okay. The night lighting is sensational. And yeah, I love this park. I think the areas where you've gone into and detailed have been sensational. I think it's been really, really good. I think the only critique I would have of the park, maybe like kind of some of the rocks that you can see around the water, maybe just remember to rotate them a little bit. Maybe a little bit more paint tool as well. But I think maybe you're a little bit over ambitious with a console park. I think maybe just bring it back a little bit, maybe get rid of a coaster or two, even if that meant sacrificing the Giga Coaster, just so you can like kind of detail all around it, because your detailing wasn't left wanting at all. But then with the areas where you'd run out of percentage, you could really tell. But other than that, great job. 90% of your gaming's on Planet Co. Hey Tombs, I'm so late. Mate, you're at football, it's fine, don't worry about it, buddy. But yeah, great park. Really enjoyed that one. So there is half the stream done. Let's hop out of there and let's hop into the next bit. So the next park we have, Valhalla Park, created by YBL Harvey. So this is another Xbox park, and the description reads, Valhalla Park is a Viking-themed park, which includes various eating areas and colourful lighting at night. The coasters are Basilisk's Head, Valkyrie, another Valkyrie, Thor's Last Strike, Loki's Avengers, and Kratos. The new Mac LSM multi-launch coaster, a very realistic park as well. Hope you have fun. Also, gamer tags by True Rascal on Xbox. This is an old-gen park. So, oh, you've got to get back to work. Oh, thank you ever so much, Private, for joining. Thank you for causing chaos, as always. Yeah, so we've got a nighttime park. So this was created on a Xbox One. And this park, we literally just go from coaster to coaster to coaster. Even just as we walk in, look, we've got a coaster directly to our right. We've got a little seating area just over there to the left. Got a nice little building just here with some food and drink. Thanks ever so much for joining, Cap. Cheers, buddy. And I really like these torches just with the skulls on. I like that. You've got the pirate ship just over there in front of us. Thanks, Private. So we have Basilisk Head. So let's have a walk down the queue line for this. So we have got a Geertschlauer Eurofighter. So just using the Don't Die fencing all the way coming down the queue line. Look at the lighting. The lighting is awesome. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Really ambient. You got the back of a train just there. We're going to skip over the queue. And let's come up this queue path. And up we come. How slow was I walking while recording this? Yeah, that's what it's called, Don't Die fencing. That's the official technical term. But we got a Geertschlauer Eurofighter. So first ride of this park, let's do it. Enjoy. That was an awesome first ride at the park. I love that ride. I think the layout was really good. I think the momentum it kept up, the speed throughout the ride was really good. I love that moment of hang time that you get just at the top there. So as you come around this loop and then you come over the second loop just there, you get that moment of hang time just as it comes through, almost stalls at the top. and then you come over the midpoint brake run, and then the second half of the ride, you're literally just weaving in and out of the trees. Yeah, great job. Fantastic ride. This is me getting lost, wondering where the hell I am. Just ignore me. See, that. Where am I? There I am. It's fine. I'm okay, don't worry. There we go. We'll hop out the exit, past the picnic benches, and then we'll have a quick look over here before carrying on around. Really nice, simple layout in this park. Very easy to follow. It's one path trajectory going all the way around, so you can't get lost in this park. Got some food and drink and toilets just over there, and then we'll look over the giant water feature. I love it. We've got a drop tower just coming over the top of the waterfall. You can see a B&M invert over there, and then that pirate ship just there. Well, let's carry on around, shall we? So we can either go around the building or we can come through here. I didn't realise that, so I came through and then turned around and went back the other way. Because of course I did. Nice ending on that coaster. Yeah, I agree. BNT, I agree. It was a nice ending on that coaster. We'll carry on walking down here so we can see another coaster just in front of us. So this one's all lit up yellow. We've got more don't die fencing coming around, just thinking of the guest safety. We've got a sword in the stone just there. Nice little King Arthur reference right there. You can see a flat ride just in front of us. Got even more food and drink, so you're not left wanting for food and drink in this park. Plenty of facilities throughout. Oh, thanks for that, Spit. Yeah, if everybody wants to leave me a like, that would be amazing. Thank you. It does really help me out. You see another coaster just off over there. So we'll get to that shortly, but we'll come up this queue line. So again, using the don't die fencing once again, so it's keeping that consistency throughout the park. Keeping that cohesion. Cohesion? Coherent. Oh my god. Cohesion. English, Matty. English. Oh, come up to the station. Another great station. Once again, nothing too overdone, but it really works. So we've got this B&M seating coaster. So enjoy, everybody. B&M flawless, not seating. I really like the layout on that coaster. I think it's got a fantastic layout, and then all the surrounding area, just going through all the trees, very much like the first ride. I think it certainly could have done with some smoothing throughout the ride. It was just threatening a little bit high on them vertical Gs, 5.99 vertical Gs, so a little bit on the high side, really. I think maybe a little bit of smoothing. I think potentially that first lift hill was a little bit too high, but I love the layout. I think that was fantastic. I think maybe just lower the lift hill a tad, just a little bit of smoothing. I think that would address them issues. But as we hop out, so we'll come past this flat ride. So we've got yet another Gertschlauer in front of us. We've got the condiments just over... How big are them condiments? That's the biggest ketchup, mustard and brown sauce tubs I've ever seen in my life. They're huge. So we've got a Gertschlauer Infinity Coaster to our right. I believe that's what it is. That's what I've said it is in the description, so if I'm wrong, you'll have to let me know. Love the lighting down this path, especially how it transitions from the blue to the purple. I think that works really well. Well, we'll have a walk down the queue line for this one then, shall we? So again, I really like the stations there. Nothing too overdone. But they work really well for what you're doing. So, third ride, let's do it. Enjoy. That ride was like a tale of two halves. In one aspect, that is my favourite ride at the park. I think the general layout is absolutely incredible. I think it's the smoothest ride of the park. I think the momentum it has, kind of like just weaving throughout, is really, really good. Now I can see what it was that you were going for. Once you go into that building, you were trying to do a hex and have it so like kind of it appears like it drops the floor. But them lateral G's are literally going to kill you. You are literally going to die. You wouldn't survive that coaster. Now, I think you could potentially get away with that if it was darker in there. I think the fact that you could see what it was you were doing in there, I think broke the illusion. I think if you were to use a timer in there and maybe somehow turn it completely pitch black, so when you go in and stop, set the timer so it goes completely black, you can't see a thing, and then reactivate it so you can see again when it shoots out, you'll be like, whoa, what happened there? I think that would have worked, and I think you could then overlook the G-forces, because besides that building, it was incredible. And arguably my favourite ride at the park. But yeah, unfortunately that building did pull it down. Now, I know there are tutorials around on YouTube of how to do a hex-style coaster. So maybe just have a look at them. I haven't got a foggiest how to do it. I haven't got an absolute clue. But I know there are tutorials out there. So maybe just go and have a look at one of them. And I think that would really help. But yeah, the rest of the ride besides that building was sensational. Absolutely sensational. But as we hop out the exit... Corvus. Ah, Corvus has got one, has he? Right, there you go. That's a good place to look then if Corvus has got one. So yeah, so how to do a drop track. Corvus has a tutorial on his channel. So So just in front of us, we've got a Forge flat ride. Again, just all the night lighting around here is really jumping out at me. Sorry, I'm just finishing off that cup of tea. These Iron Matty flasks, by the way, bye. I've had a cup of tea in that for about an hour and a half and it was still hot. Great purchase. You won't regret it. If you go to, like, on your way to work and on your way to school and college and things, just a little Iron Matty mug. It'll cheer you up. It'll make you think of me. 4 meter method or not, I'm not sure. I don't know if they're 4 meter methods or not. I genuinely don't know. But we've got another Mack Rides Hypercoaster. I really like the lighting around here with the green and the pinks. It's quite quiet, this park. I believe it only had about 2,700 guests in it, or something like that. But we'll have a walk down the queue line, which goes all the way through the coaster. I'm surprised how quiet the park was. I mean, like, look at this ride. There's literally nobody queuing for it. We can just walk straight up to the ride and straight on. Yeah, that's a very good tip, Ian. That is a very good tip. Placing barriers inside scenery to stop them. But we've got a Mack Rides Hypercoaster, so this is the penultimate ride of the park, so enjoy. Yeah, another great layout coaster again. I think the only thing I would say is it just went a little bit too fast. I think the speed of that was a little bit too high, which is why them vertical Gs were a little bit high. I think your theming and ideaing in this park is sensational. I think it's really good. Your lighting work and your ambience is fantastic. But I think the coasters could certainly do with a little bit of work. But yeah, just a little bit too quick. I think the layout was good. And I think maybe if you were to bring that speed down a little bit, I think it would address some of them G-force issues. But yeah, great ride. So as we come down here, we've got one final ride to go on. So we've got a B&M invert to end the spotlight on. And then we've got one more park to go, which is only a nice little park to end today's live stream on. So we're going to walk past the B&M invert. I just wanted to show you this little cave system. So when you came in through the park, curbs do work as barriers, I believe, yes. Yep, curbs do work as barriers. Set your gamma settings dark and it creates better shades. Oh, okay. But yeah, if you come through this like cave system here, it takes you like for various different areas of the park. You can get back to the main entrance. You've got where the guests come out of the spawn tunnel. But this would be where we started the spotlight earlier on. So yeah, I thought that was quite quirky, something different. Just a big, nice path layout, all hidden underneath the terrain there. I quite liked that. It's something different, something original. Somewhere to get lost in. But here we go. We have the final ride of the park. So let's have a walk down here. Let's find the entrance. There it is. And let's have a walk down here, shall we? So nice little short queue line. A nice simple station once again. So final ride. Let's do it. Enjoy. I think that was a great ride to end this park spotlight on. I think maybe it did go slightly too fast once again. Oh, that was me making a mistake in the video. Just ignore that. No one saw a thing. I didn't edit that out. But yeah, I think it was a little bit on the fast side potentially. Again, I think the lift hill may have been too high, which then just made the entire ride too fast. I think if you would maybe just drop that ever so slightly, I think that would address that issue. We'd had some nice elements on it. And as I was saying before, I think certainly the rides may require a little bit of work. I think that the Gertschlauer that was at the start of the park, I think that was my favourite ride of the park. I think it was the most realistic. It had the best G-forces. It was probably the smoothest ride. I really like what you did with the other Gertschlauer as well, the Intamin. Not the Intamin, the Gertschlauer Infinity. I love what you tried to do. Didn't quite work, but I'd love to see if you could pull that off. But other than that, great park. The night lighting was sensational. And the ambience that you created was absolutely fantastic. But we move on to our final spotlight of the night. So we have Spring Lake, created by Planet Coaductions. So this is another Xbox One park again, and the description reads, "Welcome to Spring Lake, my first ever park. In the early 20th century, businessmen built a man-made lake called Spring Lake, located in Iowa, USA. But in 2022, owners decided to turn it into a major thrill destination. This included 4 flat rides, a log flume, Intamin Blitz, a Vekoma Wildcat, and a GCI family coaster. Obviously, this park has flaws, which is why I want you to spotlight it, to give me feedback for my next park." So, yeah, really nice little description there. Thanks ever so much, Dragon. You take care, buddy. I'll see you soon, mate. So we're going to start the spotlight over on this nice road layout over here. You've got the tunnel there where the cars would come in. And then we've got a little sign just here to Valley America and Lakeside Kingdom. So little shout outs to other parks. We've got the employee parking just over here. And then slope, because we've got the free parking and the preferred parking over here. Now, I do know that this car park was Corvus's, so there's a little shout out to Corvus in a second. So that is Corvus's Blueprint car park. And then that's where the guests are coming out. So we've got some planters just coming up the side here. And as we come up, I love what you've done here, just using the brick texture, just coming down the side. And then you can see, look at that coaster, look at that sightline. I really do like that effect that you've done there with the brick. And then you've got this main building just here. Look at all them textures that you've got on it. All the different wood and brick textures. Looks awesome. And then just on the floor here, so we have Coaster Crazy TV and excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, my bad. So constant support here since the start. M&J Games inspired me to start this park. No shout out to me. I'm just going to bypass that. Love that Spring Lake font, especially how the green changes colour as it goes across. But we come through the turnstiles. Look at that sightline. Look at this coaster. It looks absolutely awesome. Yes, we are going to save that till the very end. It's the main attraction of the park. We're totally going to save that till the end. I maybe would have been tempted just to remove that that support, just that was coming over the path there. And look at this for a sightline. So you can see a GCI just off in the distance. Don't tend to see many Intamins. I don't really spotlight many Intamins in spotlights. I don't know why. We're going to wait for it to come past, though. I want to see it go past that water feature. Here it comes. Look at that. That inversion is awesome. So good. Yeah, I would be very tempted to just remove that support just there. Just so it doesn't like kind of cover the path. You got some lockers just there to the left. A Mosasaurus roll. Is that what the official name? Is that what it's actually called? And then you've got another support just there in the centre of the path again. Just as it goes up over the top of us. such a good sight line of the park, really domineering. We've got a little dirt path just coming off down here, so we have the beachside burgers. We've got a big shop, got a block of toilets just there, and then of course the beach itself, as the name alludes to. And then we walk around the back of here. Oh, I'm just going to have to take a quick drink. Hang on, guys. My throat's parched. Hang on. Right. It's just to stop me from coughing again. But let's just come back here just to make sure that we haven't missed anything. So we've got another block of toilets. We've got the twin shop foods. I love the style of this building here. How it juts off at all different angles. Really, really like that building. You've got the picnic benches just there. Yeah, great job with that. Very realistic. Looks proper genuine. And then as we turn to the right here, this will be the entrance to the Intamin. But we're not going to go on that. We're going to save that till the very end. So the Blitz Barn Run. There's the exit. We've got another block of toilets again. So much food and drink and toilets in this park. And then we have the wind whacker. Oh no. Oh yeah, great flat riders getting the wind whacker. Oh, look at the fence. Isn't the fence nice? There you go. Well, look at that. That's a lot of work that's gone into that to do all of that. Wind whacker. Yeah, I think if there was one piece of feedback for this park that I would have, it is just them supports that come in the path. I think it's maybe one of the only bits of feedback I would have for this entire park, to be honest. Thanks ever so much, Mr. BNT, man. So we have the Rocking Rainbow. I really like these fonts that you've got throughout the park. Really like them. And the fact that you've put all this wooden fencing all the way around the park, that can't have been a quick endeavour to have done that. That must have been a long, painful process. And it all lines up perfectly. I know I do look at it in a bit more detail later on. But we have our first ride of the park. So we have the Scenic Splash, very appropriately named, as you're about to see in a moment. You just see the top of the log flume up there. We'll talk as we go through this. It'll be fine. It's only a log flume. So, the Scenic Splash. I love this log flume. Really, really nice log flume. Yeah, I can imagine. I can't imagine it was quick to have done that. The terraforming and the rock work and the foliage work around this log flume was so good. And then just with all the steam and the smoke all coming up, you've got a little waterfall coming down the rocks there. I love it. Of course I do. Great effect. You're going to get very wet on this ride, I'm afraid. You've got a little cowboy set piece just to the left there. And look at all that rockwork, all of it all being rotated as well, all individually placed. Yeah, great job. Some of the sight lines that you get off this ride as well are awesome. Past the Sleeping Dragon. It has a lovely ambience, this ride. It's very calming. Tranquil. That's the word I'm thinking of. Very tranquil. You almost feel separated from the rest of the park because you're so separated from the main hustle and bustle of the park. You're just completely set back away from that. You forget that you've got a theme park going on around you, because you're just like completely separated in the hills back here. And what a shot. Using the city biome for this park was a great choice. The way you can see the city off in the distance. And the main drop. You can see the intimate from pretty much everywhere in the park. Yeah, fantastic ride. I really love that log flume. As I said, just the ambience around that ride, you absolutely smashed it. I think the name Scenic Splash was really aptly named, because it really was scenic. So as we hop out of there, we'll carry on walking down here. And I believe this is when I had a look down here. Look how the brick texture is underneath the fence. So it isn't like you've just gone around and put all the fencing down. You've also put the brick underneath that and gone all the way around with that. That really is some dedication to have done that. We have tumbleweed. I like the simplicity of the flat ride skins that you've done. They're not too extravagant, but they really, really work. It's like sometimes you don't need to massively heavily theme your flat ride. Sometimes less is more, which is exactly what you've done there. But we have a woodchuck, so a wooden GCI, and the train leaves the track and goes right over the entrance. That's really cool, which we are, of course, going to stand and wait for it to go over. So it leaves the station there and then comes right over the top of the queue line. I want to see that. I can hear some stuck people. There we go. Yeah, that's a great touch. So let's have a walk up the queue line for this then, shall we? Can't help but laugh at them. So the queue line goes right over the top of the track. Anybody who's just tuning in now must be like, what the hell is the matter with him? He's just sitting there going, Look at all them idiots. I did have to check. See, it's connected. What is the matter with them? They have got an exit route. Fools. Yeah, I don't know what's the matter with them, so we're just going to completely bypass that, ignore them. Shut up. I'm going to ignore you. You can stay there. You've got a path, follow it. But anyway, let's ignore them stupid people and let's carry on. So we've got a wooden GCI coaster. So let's go for a ride on this. Enjoy. That was amazing. What a coaster. Quite a small footprint as well. It's quite compact, really interacting with itself, kind of like going over the top underneath itself, but super smooth, some great banking on it, some nice touches of realism. So you've got the transfer track just over the back, just inside there. Yeah, a great coaster. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and really in fitting with the park. It seemed to really complement the log flume, like kind of quite similar, like the use of terrain and rockwork and foliage around it. I think they complemented each other really well. So yeah, great job. So we'll come out the path that the guests won't use, but I will. And let's carry on down here. So we've got the 2 coasters left to go on. So of course we've got the Intamin, which we're going to save till the end. So we'll carry on down here. We've got a hotel just there. And we have Ravenclaw. Look at this. It's proper steampunk. I love it. I want to see more steampunk. Asian parks and steampunks park. I'm putting the requests in. I want to see them. My favourite themes in the game. I love them. Don't see enough of it. Especially steampunk. It's so difficult to pull off. But we've got a... Oh, what's it called? I can never say the word, but I typed it. You'll see what it is. But let's go for a ride. What was it called? So a Schwarzkopf shuttle looping coaster. We'll go with that. Enjoy, everyone. Yeah, you are indeed right, Unknown. This is his first park, and what a first park it is. I mean, that was an adrenaline rush, wasn't it? So I believe it's a Vekoma. I think I was actually wrong in that one. I think that's possibly the first mistake I've made with the coasters as Spotlight. What a rush that was. You can really see your inspiration from Corvus. Speaking of the devil, literally, as he had just arrived into the chat. Yeah, I can really see the inspiration that you've taken from Corvus. It felt like a real ride. It felt like the type of ride that I would have seen in one of Corvus's parks. And I love the way that you've got this transfer track up here. So you've got the station hidden way up there, and then you must have got it to come up here, but not with enough momentum, so it just stops there. So you've actually got the proper transfer track with the car on it. Yeah, great job. Really good ride. And we've got one last coaster to go on. Thank you ever so much for joining, Corvus. Corvus, we've only got about 5 minutes left, buddy, and then I'm done anyway. We haven't got much longer left, my friend. Glad you're home safe. How was your flight? So we've got the whirlwind to our left, we've got the barbecue ribs to our right, and we've got this incredible, another post just on the path there. So yeah, I would definitely maybe return and just look at trying to get rid of them. Maybe even put some custom supporting so it's a little bit more tactful, potentially, just so it doesn't block the paths. But we've got this Intamin coaster, so the final ride of the park. Proper, feels like a ride that Corvus would build. So let's have a walk up the entrance. We're going to skip past all these peasants. Move out the way. Move. And look at this. Great station. So final ride. Let's do it. Enjoy. what a ride. What a ride. Now, I know that some people may potentially think that that was a little bit too quick, maybe in certain places. I think that's more of an illusion more than anything else, because on ride, even myself, I thought it did feel a little bit fast. But when you actually watch the ride off board, it's not as quick as it actually feels when you're on it. I mean, 100% the main staple of the park. Absolutely fantastic. Some of the elements, some of the inversions that were on that, some of them zero-G rolls were amazing. It inverted so many times. And just the fact that you can see that ride through the entire park is amazing. Yeah, I loved it. Definitely the highlight of the park. But we're just going to hop over here and we're going to very quickly swap it to nighttime, which I'm going to pre-warn you, I regret it instantly. It's not really supposed to be a nighttime park. There's not really much in the sense of lights going on, really. This isn't supposed to be a nighttime park. That's not what it's supposed to be. So for that reason, we're just going to swap it straight back to day again. But what a park. I mean, for a first park, what can you say? Absolutely incredible work, Planet. Absolutely incredible. The rides were all sensational. I think the theming throughout the park, your use of rocks, terrain paint, foliage, just sensational throughout. The whole park felt really genuine, really authentic. It felt like a real place that you would come to. The log flume really stood out. I think that was fantastic. All the rides were amazing, to be honest. All the coasters were so well done. So yeah, what a park. What a park. I can definitely see your inspirations from the likes of M&J Games and Corvus. I can see how much effort you put into your coasters, and that's been your main focus of the park. So yeah, well done. Well done. Really enjoyed this one. Great job. And thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining the live stream today. So we've had numerous people here from the very start of the stream, including some new people. So thank you ever so much, Ian, for joining. I believe this is your first time in the chat. So it's been lovely to have you here the entire stream. Planet Coaductions, I think this is the first time you've been in a live stream all the way through. So thank you ever so much. Only because your park was at the end. I kept you waiting. We need more Xbox spotlights. They are coming, Sim. They are coming, don't worry. But yeah, thank you ever so much, everybody who's joined this live stream. Thank you, everybody who watched on catch up. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the video. There you go, the video's just ended. So there you go, that was the end of the video. Yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like. And I'll be back on Friday for the next part of the Foxy Park series, so Park 3 of 7. And I'll be back next Wednesday for Mr. BNT's Man Voodoo Village. Did he ask for? I can't even remember what he asked for. I'll speak to him on Discord. But I'll be back next Wednesday for another live stream. You've got a couple more weeks if you're entering the contest. But other than that, I will see you all then. So take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody. Bye. I'm still going. Bye.